Hi, Mr. X with Glossary Term Radical. I grew up in the 1960s. We had radicals. Yes, we did. Abbie Hoffman was a radical. Malcolm X was a radical. Bill Ayers was a radical. Bernadette Devlin was a radical. Angela Davis, Bill and Hillary, Cheech and Chong, and, of course, Pat Boone. But this is Mr. X, Mentor of Mathematics, with the math radical. That's a radical. That's the square root of x. That's whatever number we need to multiply times itself to get us back to x. The square root of 3 is a radical, because when we square that number, we get exactly 3. Now, what's the square root? Is it the number itself, or is it the symbol it's under? Well, they're both. They're both the radical. We use radical to describe this guy, that symbol. We say the 3 is under the radical. That's one way we use the term radical. The other is to say this whole thing is a radical. The square root of 3 is a radical. And by the way, it's a real number. The square root of 3 is on the real number line. Between the number 1 and the number 2 is the square root of 3. It's about there. It's really on the real number line. It's approximately equal to 1.732. Not exactly, though. It's approximately. Let's use our Windows calculator here really fast. Let's see. The way this works is we would say 1.732050807 and all that yada 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 yada. So we could zero in on the number line and we could get it finer and finer and finer and finer and finer right there. It's there on the number line. It's sitting there somewhere between two rational numbers is this irrational number, square root of 3. It's real. It's sitting on the number line. We just cannot express it exactly as a decimal. Not exactly. Now, what's the radical? Is it the symbol, or is it the whole thing? Well, it's both. Radical. And one more radical. St. Thomas More. MrXmath.com